What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Music Review Monday. You know who it is, Math Cashews from Smart Boy Studios here at Razdabar Sound and Management in Dayton, Ohio. Don't have a guest with me this week. I will have a guest next week, which I will be announcing probably at the end of this week, maybe, whatever. I'm super excited for that. First things first, I want to shout out my boy DiCasso for putting on two great performances this week at the 614 Pipeline 2x2 Hip Hop Festival pre-show in Columbus, Ohio. That was awesome. And then the following day at Famore Fest in Fortville, Indiana. And I also want to shout out Sam Rothstein for putting on the Pipeline. And I want to shout out Corey Gossett for putting on Famore Fest. It was the first year of him doing that, and it was actually a lot of fun. A lot of cool people, a lot of cool artists, good vibes, swimming, camping. It was fun. It was awesome. But yeah, also shout out my artist Zachary Leone. We just booked a date in Salt Lake City. We are going to work out the deals of that later. And you'll hear more about that as time goes on. Anyways, tonight's show is going to be a little bit different because I didn't really push too hard for submissions, really, because last week I think I went through my email and had got rid of cleared all the ones that I hadn't opened, and I had 93 unread emails just of submissions that I never got around to. So I didn't really push submissions that hard for this week. I'm sure people will submit during the show and we'll get a lot of show submissions, but I'm going to move a little bit slowly because I didn't vet anything. I didn't open. I didn't prepare at all. I'm just going to go through stuff that people have been sending in for a while. I know there's a couple things that I definitely told people, I'm definitely going to play this. So hopefully I can find them because there's a lot. I know I promised, Fizo, the guys from Fizo, that I would play their track. So if they get in here, they should definitely tell me, and might have to resend it because I have so many emails I don't know what to do with. But yeah, let's start it off with this one. Excuse me. Also, yeah, it's going to take me a little bit longer to prepare songs because, like I said, normally I would go through and I would, download songs, you know what I mean, and get them ready, but whatever. Jay, I don't know what your email is. Maybe you'll hear it, maybe you won't. I don't know. I'm just kind of going through past emails, you know what I mean? I'll go through some that I've been today, of course, but I'm also going to be doing a lot of previous submissions that I didn't get to. This first one, it's got my dude Jerry I still forget. I don't know if it's Heber or Heber. Damn it. I normally remember. But yeah, his song will be up first. Let's check that out.
Yeah. It's been too damn short since I can spoke my mind. They say I'm too damn short to try to earn my pride. With this pen I write, and with this mic I shine. And if I put in work, I make this whole world mine. Make magic on the beat like Hocus Pocus. Been said that, but I ain't finished this paper cause I can't focus. I bet that, gonna have my advisor wanting to put her foot up my ass again. Cause I'd rather spend my free time penning raps and burning grass with friends. I flip a beat like a brick, flow sicker than syphilis. Same hoes that love Neezy be the same ones that was sick and Nick. I feel like Joe Budden, I make my side money talking shit. Speak mine is a hustle, make people bop to my awkwardness. That's realness though. Where does that amputee on the stripper pole? Y'all quick to go, form a persona, we just got different goals. I just refuse to be anything but me at end of the day. While some just front like Joanna in the WNBA. My granny mad cause I haven't come back home at the NBA. Partly cause of wasting my days on folk who was really fake. Resolve to work and grind till I can chill and recline, and never have to worry if my card is gonna decline. It's been too damn short since I spoke my mind. They say I'm too damn short to try to earn my pride. And with this pen I write, and with this mic I shine. And if I put in work, I make this whole world mine. It's been too damn short since I spoke my mind. They say I'm too damn short to try to earn my pride. And with this pen I write, and with this mic I shine. And if I put in work, I make this whole world mine.
Like 5'5", small fries, still I slide and I give them hell. I'm wide-eyed all the time, they ask if I'm feeling well. Pride got me dying, denying, won't ask for help in this facade that I've been trying. I'm lying, but I'll never tell. Don't always have to be nice, don't always have to be like. Not worry about what they think, it's not keeping me up at night. Cut ties and broke loose after I spoke my mind. I've aimed high and fell short, but I ain't never lost my spine. I cannot focus on under the racket, I just wanna feel safe. Full grown, I'm looking for home, but this is not my place. So push back your positive thoughts, get them out my face, man. Lately I've been feeling as low as the basement, but I bite my tongue and another sad song sung to a few in an empty room that'll clap when you say you're done. You hope that my doom is soon, and I joke that I had my fun, but you and I know I panicked. Today was my last one, yeah.
It's been too damn short since I spoke my mind. They say I'm too damn short to try to earn my pride. And with this pen I write, and with this mic I shine. And if I put in work, I make this whole world mine. It's been too damn short since I spoke my mind. They say I'm too damn short to try to earn my pride. And with this pen I write, and with this mic I shine. And if I put in work, I make this whole world mine.
Man, I love the style that Jerry Heber, correct me, dude. I know you're in here watching. Correct me. I love the style that he brings and that the people he vibes with, like the style that they provide. Love the beat. I love the feeling of the track. I think both artists rode the beat very well and delivered on it in a nice way that complemented it well. I liked the concept. I like Jerry's part. Jerry Heber. I like Jerry's part more than I like Jerry's feature more than the actual guy on it. But I'm already kind of a fan of Jerry, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. The lyrics were dope too, like Brian said. Um, that one part in Jerry's feature where he had that like the beat cut and he did that like harmonized little singing part right there. Oh, that part got me. That was like the highlight of the track for me. Things that I think could use some improvement. The low end could be a little tighter. Could have been a little bit rounded off with a high pass somewhere around 30 to 40 just to get rid of some of that rumble probably. Kicking the subwoofer out, it felt more comfortable to me. At the beginning and even throughout, Nero's vocals were a little bit buried, especially compared to Jerry's. Jerry's were a little bit more up there, and at times it was harder to hear Nero's vocals over, especially the snare and the bass, because those were pretty prominent, but they were a little bit buried. The delay on there was really comfortable. It felt really nice, but at times I feel like it could have been automated in and out to provide a little bit more cleanliness at times. It didn't need to be so much delay throughout the entire verse. Automating it in and out would have made it feel added an extra element that made it a little bit more clear and better, and would let those delays stick out and actually shine rather than just being there the whole time. Those are really all my mixing things. And the one thing production wise, I think that Jerry should have been on the hook. Like have the first hook, leave it how it completely was. The second hook, when it comes back in after that first verse, have Jerry jump on the second half of that with like an octave up singing thing. Because at first when I heard the hook, I was like, man, a female singer doing this hook with them would be really dope. And then right after I thought that, like I was thinking that, and then Jerry came in, and I was like, oh wait, no, just have Jerry on the hook instead of a female, and because Jerry can hit that range, that would complement that hook really well, and that would have been dope. But yeah, I think that's about it. Dope song. He sent it in twice, like once a while ago and once like for this show, I think. So, right on. I'm glad I got to it. What else can we find? If you guys want to send stuff in now, that's cool. I'm trying to find some stuff from people that I haven't really played often. I need to review this. This is something that I told him I was going to do. Dang, a whole... Man, sometimes people send me like a really professional like layout, like a whole thing, and like I really appreciate it because it shows like professionalism and it's like really cool. But at the same time, I have to like download a whole zip file of stuff, and it's like, bro, I really could have just used the MP3. I don't need a whole thing. Like, I just need name, artist, and song. I don't really need all this. So while that's doing its thing, let's find something else. I don't think I play much of this dude. I don't think I've gotten to play much of him, so... By the way, if you're just tuning in, I'm kind of going into the vault on some stuff. And just playing stuff that people have sent in. Because I had like almost 100 emails I hadn't even opened yet. So I'm just kind of seeing what I have. I didn't push for submissions too hard today. This is a SoundCloud link, so it's going to take me a second. That Boy Jonesy. No, I have not played yours yet.
Sunny days turn into rain. I've seen familiar faces turn to strangers in vain. Bury the pain, deeper reach for the sky. I seek and I aim. Walking different paths, we both reaching the same thing. I've seen rainy days turn into sun. Like you won $1 million while you only got one. It's just begun. These paths that were leading us to success, pushing up the stream so we're bleeding to be blessed. Can I catch a break? Maybe it's not needed. At least a break from the stress of a daily routine repeated. I mean it is in the break from the synchronicities meeting. A conjuring of our efforts that takes us to the proceedings. The dreaming it paid off. Creativity stayed sharp. In the team we all played parts. Never bringing a vague heart. We all in. Got through the mud and the times were hard. Now we're breaking bread at the table. Stay playing the right cards. King of hearts. I actually stay suited. I clean up nice and I'm cute, and I kill it when I'm producing. The music fulfills a purpose and every one of us use it. Intrusive because I come to your speakers and I abuse them. I use it as inspiration adjacent to what I'm fueling. Trajectories in the planet, follow through with the view. Ain't no losing cause we done made it. There's no mistaking the fruits of our labor as entertainers. As bombs away now we're booming. I've seen sunny days turn into rain. I've seen familiar faces turn to strangers in vain. Bury the pain, deeper reach for the sky. I seek and I aim. Walking different paths, we both reaching the same thing. I've seen rainy days turn into sun. Like you won $1 million while you only got one. It's just begun. These paths that were leading us to success, pushing up the stream so we're bleeding to be blessed.
Taking kindness to our shining, just reminding I'm still grinding fresh. Working hard at 9 to 5, achieving my accomplishments. Got the greatest people, some close, some really far. Steady chasing dreams, beautiful woman about to get a car. Impatiently been waiting for the day that I will make it. Never worry about the bills, living in Los Angeles. Baby lace the finest, my my shoes say to mine. See my kids when I can, no bitch and baby mama. The clouds fade away as I stare at the machine. Steady chopping paper, proper etiquette, work machine. As the beat slaps hard, sending frequencies from Bluetooth straight to the whip, 6 lit, divin' to the booth. The 2 past Memphis road has turned into a highway. Hustle on the run, I waste some time, do shit the right way. Praying for success, kill off the stress, don't give a shit to say. Expect the best, a pessimistic brains that never rest.
I've seen sunny days turn into rain. I've seen familiar faces turn to strangers in vain. Bury the pain deeper, reach for the sky, I seek and I aim. Walking different paths, we both reaching the same thing. I've seen rainy days turn into sun. Like you won $1 million while you only got one. It's just begun. These paths, they were leading us to success. Pushing up the stream, so we're bleeding to be blessed. I've seen sunny days turn into rain. I've seen familiar faces turn to strangers in vain. Bury the pain deeper, reach for the sky, I seek and I aim. Walking different paths, we both reaching the same thing. I've seen rainy days turn into sun. Like you won $1 million while you only got one. It's just begun. These paths that were leading us to success. Pushing up the stream, so we're bleeding to be blessed.
So what I love most about that song, and really Infinite Capacity overall, is his production is always very thematic and strong and emotional, and then his lyrics and his concepts and his content is always matches it in terms of uh, emotion and draw, and like makes you think and really makes you listen and really makes you feel something. And even his delivery most of the time is the same way. Um, Big production, really cool production. The mixing was really good. I've got only a little bit to say about that. Production was tight. Um, Really strong song. I like it a lot. My my issues mainly have to do with, there were times where I felt like that production is really cool and it's really big and there's enough going on, it's really full, but there are times when I felt like it was competing uh in the frequency spectrum against the vocals that time, namely that first verse and even kind of that second verse, because I was thinking that the whole verse, I'm like, his vocals aren't buried, but they're not as clear as they could be, and I was like, there's just things in the instrumental that could be kind of moved or carved out to make way for those vocals to really come through a bit stronger. So I would look out for that, because then as soon as it got to like the refrain, like the hook part, the little chorus, where he had like the pan vocals, as soon as he did that, I mean, I'm sure the pan vocals may have helped it a bit, but as soon as he got to there, the beat kind of got stripped away. Some of the things got stripped away, and it settled down, and that let the vocals really come through on top of being panned. And it wasn't like a noticeable, it wasn't like the type of difference where it was like, oh, that's bad or that's weird, but it was like, oh, this feels better. This definitely feels like how it should. And then even in the second verse, where the instrumental wasn't quite as busy as the first verse, the vocals were still a little bit at times. I'm like, the instrumental needs to be like carved out just a little bit to let those vocals really come through. And then the only other thing was the bridge part where it was like a lot less going on. It was mainly the vocals. The stereo width was a little bit weird there. I'm feeling he was going through some kind of stereo widener or enhancer instead of just panning it, because then when the pan vocals came in on top of that, that felt comfortable. But the stereo width there was throwing me off with like phasing and stuff. But yeah, definitely a super dope artist. He's really he writes really good music. I think in terms of the actual song, the only thing that I would change, I wouldn't say that I would change. The only thing I would have wanted a little bit more was a little bit more of a different delivery. It was kind of the same throughout, even with the verse or with the feature verse. But I mean, it was still a solid record, and I like it. And if you like that, you'll definitely like some of his other stuff. Okay. moving on. I already know what I'm playing next, so that's cool. So I wanna shout out campgrounds real quick because anytime Michael Ellis submits music to me, he always has an entire it's an entire press release type thing. I get it's like the most professional emails I ever get from anybody when Prolific sends me stuff, it's always the most professional stuff. Like in terms of delivery and appearance. So I want to give him a quick shout out for that. But let's check out this song called Dreams.
Campgrounds.
I'm rolling up my raps, I see my future in my dreams. Ain't no way a hating nigga get the upper hand on my mama. I can't trust you on my grandma, I can't love you. I've been focused on my dreams, I've been focused on this one thing. I've been focused on this one thing. I've been focused on this one thing. Get after the back, bend in the whip and I step on the gas. On the way, about to jump on that cash. Chasing a dream when they soon on my hat. Moving it quick like I'm Dash with no lag. Holy shit, I'm incredible. Take a shot of Henny and chase it with gas. They come up inevitable. Yeah. Shouts out to Prolific, the nigga that taught me this shit. You done created a monster, man, I be killing this shit. I done got ill in this bitch. Look how I'm flowing this shit. I put the work in for this, so I'm about to flex in this bitch. I got the tech in this bitch.
I got the tech in this bitch.
Yeah. From bad to word, the money, my family, and bad come first for what it is worth. I stand on my young till I'm last on the earth or put in this dirt. I came up from the struggle, got it all from the hustle. I've been lied to plenty of times, so hell no, I don't trust you. I can't love you, keep it subtle, got no time for your rebuttal. Kick them out before the cuddles, cuff my jeans, but I can't cuff you. Talking slick like it's a puddle, pour the drip like it's a funnel. Solid shit, don't fold, and you know I'll never crumble.
I'm rolling up my raps, I see my future in my dreams. Ain't no way a hating nigga get the upper hand on me. On my mama, I can't trust you. On my grandma, I can't love you. I've been focused on my dreams, I've been focused on this one thing. I've been focused on this one thing. I've been focused on this one thing.
I bet you can now. Anyway, what I was saying, I know I wasn't muted. Something happened. I'm not gonna get into it. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I love the style they're going for, and the production was super solid. I love the production on that. I don't know why. It felt very like it had it had a pop influence, almost a radio type influence, but it still was like there. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I think the production was super solid. Everyone's delivery on the track, they nailed it. I liked the way they all flowed, the way she sang. Everyone came with the energy, and they really delivered on their verses and their spots. I also really love the effects, like the stutters and some of the treatment, like the treatment on the ad libs and the effects and stuff like that. I really like all those were super well done, especially the stutters. The stutters got me every time because I was like, oh, that was perfect. And like all the little effects like that were definitely really, really, really well executed. Um, there's just a couple mixing things and one production thing, I think. Um, I kind of wanted all of the vocals, especially the female singing, to be a little bit more wet and a little bit more warm. Everything was pretty. Um, It wasn't like too sharp. It was like I don't know how to describe it. I wanted it mainly the female singing to kind of like smooth out and be a little bit more warm and wet with reverb and kind of lay in there a little bit more. And then the verses were fine in terms of that, but in my opinion, they could use a little bit more. But hey, that's me. Um, there was something weird with the ad libs. Felt like they were panned to the left. I don't know if it was, like some stereo winding things I see where you have like, um, it goes like back and forth. That's cut based on the frequency, and if you end up at the certain spot on the left, and it sounds like more in the left than the right. I don't know. But anyway, the ad libs, the panning on the ad libs felt strange to me. It felt a little bit more to the left than either all the way or centered or however would have been different. And then I felt like the female singing parts could have used. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I should go back and listen, but it felt like there could have been like more harmonies or more layers and panned a little bit harder. It didn't feel like it was as wide as it could have been, or at least as wide as I would normally do it. That's really all it is in mixing. Otherwise, it was super solid. It sounded really good. Sonically, it was pretty damn good. Um, and then the only other two things production wise, uh, a little bit into it, I didn't know what the structure was. I realized I didn't know, like, I was like, all right, so we had that singing part, and then there's this verse, and now we're into this verse, and the structure didn't feel natural to me, I guess. And then the outro felt like a little bit long. The outro seemed to drag a little bit, but I'm not a big fan of long intros or outros. So, but otherwise, I mean, it's a solid song. It's a really solid song. And I want to shout him out again for doing it right by having literally a whole DJ service pack with the acapella, a dirty version, the clean version, the instrumental, a radio. Like, they're doing it right. They know how to work business over there at campgrounds. So shout out to them for that. Definitely a good song. Definitely a good song. All right. What else do I got? What else do I got in my email that I haven't played from people in a while? Let's see. Eric James. This was from today, so bow. Give me a second. Give me un minuto to get this ready. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there, I promise. It's just taking me a second. Here, I'll start playing it, then I'll fill in the details. How about that? How does that sound? Does that sound nice? Does that sound copacetic for you? Huh?
Remember trapping back in mama place. Pillowcase, I didn't have a safe. Fingers itching in my hands, chase. Staying up late, counting cake, they like easy, you it. I'm just trying to touch base. Got the plug on the line, I'm just trying to touch base. Stack my paper up, that's a fucking bookcase. Bitch, I handle mines like a fucking briefcase. Don't make me pull this 9 out this fucking briefcase. They like you out your mind, I'm a fucking nutcase. Nigga got bars like I'm locked up, state blunt takes so great for 1738. Diamonds in the face, I'm sorry if I'm late. Mixtape on the way, I'm sorry you gotta wait. I'm in traffic, gotta have it. Nigga making plays, I'ma add it. Bought my cash, I'm trying to cooperate. Killer from O State, hands like all state. One phone call, my man's at y'all place. Rope and duct tape, coke and all the way, I need it all. Smoking logs, I'm higher by the law. Fuck, here come the law. Hiding it in my drawers, we ain't fucking with y'all. Packages, packs in, cracking what's happening. Taxing the packages, no lacking, I'm packing it. Packs from Sacramento, let it go and get it all back again.
When the plug call, I pull off in the cool light. I can't even trust y'all. Niggas always tryna run off with the plug loose. Rollie all bust down. You ain't know I was the plug now. Rain jumping all day. I think it's time to check a bank break. You ain't know I was the plug now. Once a nigga got on, I never got down. You ain't know I was the plug now. Once a nigga got on, I never got down.
What can I say, bitch, I'm up next. Cut the bullshit, cut check, so I cut next. Got a full clip, gotta keep that on deck. No cruise shit, but my cruise shit, song shit. Pull sticks, no pull sticks. Few bricks, same color as Cool Whip. Hot boy, trapping out of a cool whip. Stop, boy, I'm not the nigga to fool with. I'm on a mission, diminish the competition. Multiplication, addition, pockets inflated, I'm lifted. If the money's the conversation, I'm at it, no hesitation. Money talks, altercation. We brothers, no blood relation. It matter the accusation off his head, reputation. To the top is my destination. Counting this vegetation, blowing on medication. Acceleration, pull off on them. Banana clips don't make me peel off on me. I'm too hot to ever chill out, homie. Chill out, I gotta eat, I'm on the meal route, homie.
When the plug call, I pull off in the cool light. I can't even trust y'all. Niggas always tryna run off with the plug loose. Rollie all bust down. You ain't know I was the plug now. Rain jumping all day. I think it's time to check a bank break. You ain't know I was the plug now. Once a nigga got on, I never got down. You ain't know I was the plug now. Once a nigga got on, I never got down.
Man, that production is fire, first of all, I'd have to say. And I really love the hook on that as well. It's already, like, the melody for the hook's already stuck in my head. There were a few times in the verses where I felt like Easy kind of, his delivery wasn't as strong as it could have been. There were other times where I'm like, oh, his delivery is super strong. He's like hitting it, nailing it. And then other times I'm like, that didn't feel as tight as it could have been. And the mixing on Easy's verses wasn't as good as the hook, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't totally bad. But there was just something. I like this song, and I think it's really catchy and fun. I love the production. I love everything about it. But it just feels like there's something missing to me, and I can't figure out what it is. I don't know if it's something in the production. I don't know if something in the mix of the instrumental needed to come out more to fill something. It wasn't like the low end was lacking. I mean, it could have used a little bit more, but there's still something in this song that's lacking for me, and I can't figure out what it is. There was something that was preventing it from breaking that ceiling into being like, damn, this song is dope as hell. Because it's right there, but I really don't know what it is. If anyone has any ideas, go ahead and feel free to throw them out. But the song is like right there, but I like it a lot. I don't love it, and I can't figure out why. But yeah, that's a good team. Easy and Chronic. That's what it goes by. Easy and Chronic together. That's definitely a dope combination. I wish I had some better feedback to tell you what I think. What I think it needs. I feel like it's in production. I feel like as dope as the beat is, it's like missing that one catchy element. It's missing that one element or that one sound that fills in this void that I feel is there, but I don't know what that is. I don't have any better ideas for that, but if you agree that you think that there's something just missing from it, because I mean, I was listening, there's tons of ear candy and background vocals and cool things going on vocally with other things, but so it's not that it's missing. There's plenty going on vocally. Vocally it's strong enough. I feel like I didn't hear anything. I'm like, oh, they should have done this or should have done that. It's got to be production. I don't know what it is though. Cool. All right, who else has something they sent in? In between the timing of the beats, dropping in and out. DJ Russell, I don't exactly know what you mean. Yo, if you're watching and you sent something in, say something so I'll play your song. Man, part of me wants to talk about some stuff, but the other part of me does not want to deal with that right now. Okay. Brian, you got it. I love giving you feedback, Brian, because you like eat it. You thrive off of feedback, so. You still think that the vocal sounds muffled. You think that I will appreciate the delivery a little bit better, and you're looking for insight on how to adjust the mix on the vocal to make it clearer or brighter. All right, cool. I can work with that.
Yeah. Yeah. 10 years in the making. Story, raw poet. Through my formative years, they said it was a phase. Fact of the matter, I was smoking purple haze. As a matter of fact, I was getting fucking blazed out of my mind, and I was at a tender age, working dead-end jobs for minimum wage, pitching on the side, but only minimum weight. Now I know it's kinda hard to relate, because the harder I go, the harder you win. I get it. So do the math, grab an abacus. If you go in like a savage, you can ravage shit. Cause once I find the break in the beat, I damage it. I'm fucking running through a riot, man, I'm grabbing shit. I'm just saying, I'm not playing, I'm cardiac. In other words, I'm serious as a heart attack. I'm groundbreaking, I'm digging for ancient artifacts. Take notes and I'll make sure that you get all the facts. And everything that we've been through has led to this. And everything that we've been through, call it those, led to this. And everything that we've been through, still good, has led to this. And everything that we've been through has led to this. See, I've been waiting on this moment for a lifetime. I wanna be a millionaire, I'm reaching for a lifeline. From picture 20s and pills to buy fly gear. Birds get served when they fly by here. Age 13, I didn't know shit. At the age of 14, I flipped my first zip. Age 15, and I copped that first brick. Age 16, I saw that first full clip. At the age of 17, experienced an overdose. At the age of 18, in the street comatose. I got that scar tissue, I got that nerve damage. That one fucking time I bit off more than I can manage. I brushed the dust off like an antique. They coming from around the world to hear your voice speak. So I get up on this soapbox, show them what I'm made of. Get your heart pumping with some lyrics that'll make love. And everything that we've been through has led to this. And everything that we've been through has led to this. And everything that we've been through has led to this. And everything that we've been through has led to this. I spent the realest, even if it was the death of me. If it was the death of me,
just know that I would rest in peace. Because I got it off my chest like some dead weight. They try to hold me back, they see me making headway. Pedal to the floor because I'm going full force. Couple hundred horses, couple 100 pounds of torque. Couple 100 miles an hour in a fucking Porsche. A coda satin finish on a Panamera Sport. I bet that's what you really like to hear me rap about. A bunch of shit that no one really gives a fuck about. But I ain't talking about them diamonds or that paper. I'm just talking about the things that really matter that'll make you think about the way your fantasies affect behavior. When dark becomes a light, just pay it forward as a favor. And I ain't trying to preach, I'm just trying to spit the truth. So if you pop a shit, I'm asking, who the fuck are you? And everything that we've been through has led to this. And everything that we've been through has led to this. And everything that we've been through has led to this. And everything that we've been through has led to this. As we finish this chapter, we begin another journey. Still learning, still reaching, still yearning. Still burning with desire that is greater than the fire you could find in the eyes of any other man. Because I do this in a way that no other can. It was created by some things you couldn't understand. Now I consider myself to be a lucky man. I'm forged in the fire of survival, got the upper hand. So when I look away, I do that as a courtesy. Read between the lines, I might as well spill a million words to me. Uncover something that is deep beneath the surface. Hide behind the filter, try to come off like we perfect. The sad reality, we think the truth will hurt us. Show a sign of weakness and our people might desert us. If that's the case, they ain't your people in the first place. Surround yourself with vultures that'll hurt you in the worst way. And everything that we've been through has led to this. And everything that we've been through has led to this. And everything that we've been through has led to this. And everything that we've been through has led to this. True story.
So the first thing I want to say is, wow, what an improvement over previous things that you've sent in, whether under the Moms on Welfare name or Papa Bear name. The improvement in the mix has increased tenfold. It's so much better. It's definitely finally to a point where I'm like, all right, I can listen to this. I can enjoy this and not sit here and fret about, oh my God, this needs fixed and this can be better. It's finally to a point where I'm like, all right, now we're working with something. Now we've got some place to go here. So first of all, kudos on that. David, I get what David Rogers, aka Eddie Blake, I'm gonna call him Eddie Blake for the rest of the show, is talking about. I'll get to that in a minute. Justin Kirkpatrick, aka Infinite Capacity, I played your song like twice, so you were way earlier in the show. Afterwards, you can go check that out. All right, cool. So mixing wise, I know that you're trying to get them clear, and I can tell you exactly what your problem is right now. Your problem is your mids, low mids, and your lows. Try cutting between 200 and 350, closer to like 250. That'll kind of cut out some of the mud. Put a low shelf on at like 400 and bring it down a couple dBs. Go to about 250 and narrow the Q a little bit and cut down that a little bit more to take a little bit extra in that range out. Then you want to look at, it was like between 700 and 1K hertz, and there try carving out something around there, maybe a little bit lower, but around there in those mids, a little bit lower side of the mids, and that will let that upper end come out. It sounded like you were trying to boost somewhere between like 6 and 8K maybe, to try to get that to come out a little bit more, to get that a little bit clearer. But instead of boosting anywhere in the high end, cut those mids a little bit and cut those low mids down and add that low shelf, and that should let the present range, which is between like 3 and 6K, to really come out and shine a little bit better. If you do feel like you still need to boost something, don't quite boost that high up. Boost somewhere between 4,500 and 6,000 hertz. That should be a pretty good range for you, but be careful with that. You don't want to boost too much. Another thing that you might want to try is adding, you probably already have one, but maybe tweak it a little bit, is adding another compressor post EQ after you do those things, and just kind of don't squeeze it, you know what I mean? Don't squeeze the dynamics out of it, but maybe that might help you a little bit, tighten it up a little bit. And then in that third verse specifically, it sounded like you could have automated the volume a little bit. There were times where it seemed like the volume ducked down in the vocal track a little bit. So maybe take a look at that. Then again, if you do that compression thing, that might, between the EQ and compression stuff I just talked about, that might fix that issue anyway. So do that last if you need to do it. Yeah. Other than that, I think the only other thing is that the song could have been shorter, because it was pretty long for being similar throughout. Don't get me wrong, I love the hook, as simple and chill as it is, but I loved hearing it. I do think that you could have stuck with either a shorter third verse or just the 2 verses, or maybe like, I don't know, something else, because it did tend to go on, which kind of brings me into what David, aka Eddie Blake, was talking about, where this is like a style that's definitely been done before, like to no end. Like, it's a very well hip-hop, it's a thing, right? So if you're gonna do it, it's got to be really good. And I love how chill your hooks are. Every time you make a hook, I vibe with the hook super hard. But I do think that you could, and it's definitely gotten better. I've seen progress in this too, in your delivery, in terms of energy and bringing some emotion and dynamic into the verse delivery. That's definitely gotten better. I still think you can bring more to really, to like Eddie said, to make every syllable count, because every syllable needs to count if you're gonna do this style and stand out from how many people have done it before. Whew, that was a lot. Eddie wants me to talk my shit about some stuff, but I don't know if I'm really feeling it yet, you guys. I don't know if I'm really feeling my shit talking thing yet, because I don't know. Let me just say, feel free to call me a crybaby for having a preference about something. I have a preference about something. I make it known. I try to make it known. And then whatever. And then I say something like, hey, I don't want you to do that. And then I'm a crybaby for doing that. So, whatever. I don't know. What do we got going on here? Someone mentioned something from DeAndre, so I'm going to play that. Ooh, there's 2 of them. Flick of the wrist or 33 shots. Flick of the wrist sounds funner. Funner's not a word. Don't use it. I don't know who this is. We're going to go with this. Oh, okay, hold on.
Hollywood, baby.
Correct me if I'm wrong about your name.
I'm talking about shit. Look at the. Whoa. Just for the record, I'm killing this shit. Hollywood, baby, I'm flexing this shit. This flow is sinful, I need to repeat. I'm gonna get the earth of the West haven't seen. I started with poems, the school bus I'm flowing, and I hit the 2 niggas said I should quit. So I turn up in this bitch. Now screaming out Millie, you called in a bitch. I say this out all disrespect. My city, not time on the beds. King of this shit, I be spitting. They ain't need to try me, let's get it. Buffalo ball nigga, I'm with it. I switched it to Holly, they trippin'. They told me since I'm not the savage, my flow, they got Chauncey and I cannot kill it. Woo! Savage, I'm back, let's get busy. I put that on BBK, that nigga in me. I do this for Bill on the blocks. I was living through it, 7 my home screaming, that is my city. Woo! Fuck on my Millie, go crazy. Woo! Sippin' on licks and like legs. Woo! Now these born on my Drew Banks. The chop out that house, need a 1 nigga private. Look at the flicker,
Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the. Look at the flick of the wrist. I'm catching plays, dog nigga, serving J's. Need to pick her up or clean your block up like I'm Billy Mays. Holly A, niggas been a fan and I'm so amazed. How they hate, knowing I'm the man. Boy, stay in your lane. Groupie bitches all up in my space, tryna give me face. Told them I'ma bust it, get it, ayy. No, you cannot stay. I can't love these hoes, you know no way. Cause they do the gang, yeah, you cuffin' bitches fucking lame. Bro, I'm so ashamed. But back on the flick of the shit. This if you crack how I'm whipping the shit. This hit a tip off and she sucked the tip off. But it is no FIFA, we kicking the shit. Really be spitting these tracks, I am killing. And there is no witty written the shit. I mean writing the shit, but you liking the shit. Like bro, face the facts, I'm as nice as it get, little bitch. Look at the flick of the. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the. Look at the flick of the wrist.
I mean, that was a fun track though. Like, I jam out to it. I would ride with that. I would ride with that in the car. Eddie goes, it's like this should be good, but it's not, and I can't put my finger on why. It's like there's one or two things that are off about it. It sound like he got a stuffy nose at dope though. It definitely rides, man. It definitely, I can definitely like want to turn up to it. I don't know. I do agree though. It does have something slightly off about it. For me, I kept thinking about two things. One, the overall track seems to have a bit too much compression on it, where when that bass kicks in, it kind of squashes the mix a little bit, and the high end is really really bitey because of that compression as well, and also it had like a smiley face EQ where, if you know what that is, it means the low end is boosted and like the high end is boosted and the mid kind of falls out. So it's like overall I don't love the mastering. That's part of it. And then another thing, I would have personally edited some of those vocal tracks to cut out some of those breaths and make things a little bit tighter. But I mean I dig it, but I kind of agree with Eddie. I feel like there's one or two things that I can't really put my finger on right now that are kind of off about it, but it's okay. What does Justin say? A remix with the same hook. This is crispy, no doubt. Mixing sounds on point for my end. That's my only thing for real. That was smooth. It's like some of the cadences just seemed offbeat in the first verse. That may be true. I was a little bit distracted from the cadences, thinking about the mix at the very beginning. So yeah, I mean I like it. I don't know. It's hard not to like just bounce to it, but I mean, digging deeper, I bet it could be better in terms of delivery and cadence changes. For me, the big thing is just like that compression and the EQ on the track overall was kind of bothering me. There was some leveling stuff in the beats where that like the chant yell that I'm hearing in a lot of production nowadays, that was a little bit too loud. There were some like hi-hat and snare things that were a bit too loud, but I don't know. Overall, I mean, I fuck with the track. Like, I would bang out to it. Like, I enjoyed it. Oh, that was the wrong thing to hit. Look at me. All right. I'm going slower than normal, but I'm giving good feedback, I think. Let me know if you think I'm giving good feedback. What should I play? Well, look at all these submissions that I never got to. I don't even know what half of this is. Okay, I'll do this one. Sorry for the radio silence. I just got to do things. And I'm not good at multitasking. I can't talk and do things at the same time, guys. I'm not that good. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
I'm shine down. I don't need the fame, just give me the money. I know I'm the one to blame, but you shouldn't have said you love me. I got bread all in the bank, I gotta save it all for the moment that I bought. Once I live above the law. Count the bread to my hand, heard couple hundred on me, that's slight work. Niggas talking that rah-rah, bitches open legs like Tada. My Spanish hoes call me Pop-Pop. Going hard to my heart stop, I'm heating up like a microwave. Wanna ride the wave, but you cannot. I'm on it, I be on it, no, always act a donkey. I just walk it like I talk it, they don't want to, but they know me. Hit the weed and let's get stony. Shorty bad at tenderoni, I just came up off a flight. I was high, but was below me. Got love in my city, real niggas, they fuck with me. Pull them out, I'ma sign them titties. If you with it, let me touch that kitty. Fuck the fame in the rap game, you know the set is ganja gang. Everywhere I go, they know the name. I'm shine down, we are not the same. I'm smoking weed straight to the brain. Let me just get high, dog. I'm in the cut with a bad bitch, with a best friend on my call log. Fuck all y'all, no call loss. One day I know I'm ball hard. Till then I'm hot till I fall off. Gotta get the paper at all costs. But I don't need the fame, just give me the money. I know I'm the one to blame, but you shouldn't have said you love me. I got bread all in the bank, I gotta save it all for the moment that I bought. Once I live above the law. I don't need the fame, just give me the money. I know I'm the one to blame, but you shouldn't have said you love me. I got bread all in the bank, I gotta save it all for the moment that I bought. Once I live above the law.
Lately I done made a couple choices going off the voices that's in my head. Turn around and go against the grain, I just cannot help but do some dumb shit on my bad. I can't help but feel lawless, Fuck okay, bitch, I'm flawless, yeah. I stay connected, you lagging, dragging. See you in person, you passive. They just living through the screen, saying shit that they don't mean. It ain't lovely as it seems. You do it for the likes, me I do it for the team. Planning out a perfect scheme. Really, can I live? Let me be great. I just wanna eat, you just worry about your plate, Get it no matter the cost, I do not care about the loss, We are not one and the same, Planning to be my own boss. Never will I hesitate. Sit back, let me demonstrate. Feeling like I might take off. Watch me as I levitate. 2 cell phones, one turned on and one on Wi-Fi. Do not greet me with the drama, ho. I tell you bye. Please do not kill my vibe or do not blow my high. Time to go and make a play. I only give you highlights.
I don't need the fame, just give me the money. I know I'm the one to blame, but you shouldn't have said you love me. I got bread all in the bank, I gotta save it all for the moment that I bought. Once I live above the law. I don't need the fame, just give me the money. I know I'm the one to blame, but you shouldn't have said you love me. I got bread all in the bank, I gotta save it all for the moment that I bought. I live above the law.
Bro, in that one video that she had, I forget what song it was too. Your hat was dead.
I think we seen Nonchalant fucking.
And I forget who fixed it for you in the video.
It was me. I kept readjusting that
motherfucker. Shit was dead. Y'all niggas was on the stairs.
One minute I had it like this.
Yeah, niggas not.
And then the next minute I had it motherfucker like that. And then I turn it. And I have it. I was doing all types of shit because I was sitting right above him. And I fixed that motherfucker cocky off to the side.
That hook is super catchy and the beat is very interesting. It was produced by DJ Cool Breeze with a K, one word. And it was James Zotha on the engineering. I like the delivery on everything. I liked the style and the vibe. I liked the hook a lot. I loved the treatment on the hook. What James did with the hook in terms of how he treated it and how he what he did with the hook. I really, really, really dig that. But what I'm about to say, I'm about to go on this little thing and it's gonna sound like I'm tearing this mix apart, but I'm not. It's just a bunch of little things that are making it not as good as it could be, but it's just a bunch of little things. The vocals to me were a little bit too loud, And I noticed that first because I started the song without the subwoofer, and I was like, whoa, those vocals are really loud. And they have like quite a bit of low end to them. Like it needs like a low shelf at like 500 hertz to kind of bring it down, and maybe even bring a high pass up to like 120. Excuse me. There's a little bit too much low end on those vocals. And then at the same time, it almost seemed like they were boosted either at 2K or 4K. My ears always get mixed up with 2K and 4K because both of those, if they're boosted too much, or if they stick out too much, they both kind of are very uncomfortable. And it's hard to tell which one sometimes. At first I was leaning towards 4K, but then I went down to 2K. But the high end on Sean Don was great. The high end on Sean Don's vocals was wonderful. The ad libs though, I felt could have been pushed more to the background. The ad libs they were just too up here, and they needed to be pushed back and blended in a little bit better. And then finally I kicked the subwoofer. I'm like, wait, maybe the subwoofer's not on, and so I kicked the subwoofer on. I'm like, oh, there's the low end of the beat. So that was cool. But at the same time, there was like one frequency in the low end that was kind of overdriving everything, and like if you cut down that low end to smooth it out, it would have been a lot better. Ollie Buckets, his verse needed a de-esser. His high end was not as good. Otherwise, it was the same as Sean Don's, where I think it could have used that low shelf, and somewhere either 2K or 4K, one of the two, could have been cut a little bit, or if it was boosted, bring down that boost so it's not hitting too hard. And then there was something in the beat that I felt like, when I noticed after I turned the subwoofer on and the low end came in, it kind of balanced things out a little bit better. I still think the vocals were a little bit too loud, but it definitely balanced it a little bit better. And then when I kicked it out, I'm like, okay, so the problem is on top of that frequency in the low end being like really prominent, the balance between the low end and like the mids, and especially the low mids, is like not there, because when I kick it out, like all low end goes away, which it shouldn't be like that, especially on 8-inch monitors. One thing we've talked about before on the show is a plugin called Max Bass from Waves, which is really good at helping that issue. Otherwise, in the production is just lacking something in that range to kind of fill out and give it body and balance the low end with, so that when you don't have a subwoofer or speakers that are pushing extra bass, it still sounds balanced throughout the mix. So yeah, and then the ending, when it fades into that little skit thing, that felt uncomfortable to me. Like part of the vocal faded out quicker than the other one, and then the other one came in way louder, and then that faded out into the skit thing, and that seemed like it could be a little bit cleaned up to me. So like it's like I said, it's like a lot of little tiny mixing things that compound into holding it back a little bit. But as far as the song goes, I love the song. I think the beat is super interesting and cool. I love the hook a lot. I love what he did with the hook, James and Sean Don, and Ollie did his thing on the verse, on the feature verse. So yeah. Let me see what these comments say real quick. Xander, dude, if you have an exclusive to shoot it to me. I'd love to listen to it. It's not too late. I'm kind of going by the seat of my pants on submission, so it's whatever. Sean Don said, is a rough draft. LOL, my bad, forgot to mention that. Awesome. I hope, Sean Don, if you're watching still, I hope you take what I've said and show James, and hopefully he can mess with what I said if he agrees with it, and see if it turns out better. Let me know. Let me know what happens. Cattown Carter said, what's up? I sent you a song from my artist, K-Cope. Tell me what you think. All right. If Xander, okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you right now, if Xander can shoot me this track, Xander gets priority, because I'm excited to hear that. So, and it's my show. I do what the fuck I want. In the meantime, what do I got? I played that. I already played him. I played that song already. Oh, here we go. See, this is what I like. I like when people send me rough versions of things that they're still working on, because that means when I give feedback, that means when I give feedback, it could actually, come in handy. Don't get me wrong, I like playing your guys' finished songs a lot. I like giving feedback on those, but I also love giving feedback on songs that aren't done yet because that allows me to give feedback specifically that they can then go back and apply and then show me later, and I can be like, dude, that's so much better, or I think it's almost there, or whatever. Anyway, with that being said, this song right here by E Perp, it's called Back to Back. This is also a rough version, so let's check it out.
Last nigga that jumped me, they thought he had an asthma attack. Till they did the autopsy, that bullet was an acrobat. Bouncing off his ribs, going back to back. Back to back, back to back. Last nigga that jumped me, they thought he had an asthma attack. Till they did the autopsy, that bullet was an acrobat. Bouncing off his ribs, going back to back. Back to back, back to back. I'm living on the front lines, every second crunch time. You can watch me slump slimes, nigga, while I dump nine. As victim of a gun crime, wish I never brung mine. You want me slipping one time, never guns must be fun size. Is a tic tac, boy, I click clap, boom, and push your wig back. Put a hole where your ribs at. You did the rain dance, do you know what come with that? I think I'm Rain Man, wet in every spot you chill at. Last nigga that jumped me, they thought he had an asthma attack. Till they did the autopsy, that bullet was an acrobat. Bouncing off his ribs, going back to back. Back to back, back to back. Last nigga that jumped me, they thought he had an asthma attack. Till they did the autopsy, the bullet was an acrobat. Bouncing off his ribs, going back to back. Back to back, back to back. Throw him in the lunch line, feed me lunchtime. Tell me why I'm unsigned, flexing like I pump high. Don't try me cause I pump iron. Exit wounds in your spine. Free my nigga serving life. Homie wasn't supposed to die. Was aiming for you nigga, but the Reaper said override. Catch him in some flip flop, pussy nigga zip lock. Toe tag, slip knot, devils coming top top. Hand froze, wrist watch, who shot your Tupac? Last nigga that jumped me, they thought he had an asthma attack. Till they did the autopsy, that bullet was an acrobat. Bouncing off his ribs, going back to back. Back to back, back to back. Last nigga that jumped me, they thought he had an asthma attack. Till they did the autopsy, that bullet was an acrobat. Bouncing off his ribs, going back to back. Back to back, back to back. Don't try me cause I'm grit dug. Don't try me cause I'm grit dug. Cause I be on some other shit, some down south gutter shit. Metal in my tea, cold like a peppermint. Gripping grain, switching lanes with four of them. Bitches by four of them. I told them bring by more of them. Back then they ain't fuck with him. Now they can't get enough of him. They want a photo of him, saying that they know him. They like my swag, couldn't stick it like a double man. Last nigga that jumped me, they thought he had an asthma attack. Till they did the autopsy, that bullet was an acrobat. Bouncing off his ribs, going back to back. Back to back, back to back. Last nigga that jumped me, they thought he had an asthma attack. Till they did the autopsy, that bullet was an acrobat. Bouncing off his ribs, going back to back. Back to back, free kitty pat. Even me is suicide, you standing on the loser side. Bend the corner, shoot and drive, the news is live, this goons is mine. Stupid nigga.
Alright, cool. I got some good feedback for you. Okay. So, first of all, I love the beat because that beat is very, like, infectious. Like, as soon as the beat came on, I was like, oh, man, I like this beat already. I also really like the hook. I don't know why. It was just something about it that, like, I feel like after listening to it a couple times, I would sing along with it, but it felt right, and it felt right with the beat. So I like the hook, and I definitely like the beat. However, on the beat, there's way too much low end. You need to definitely cut down some of that low end, whether it's with a low shelf or a high pass, something to get that low end tamed down because it was way too much. I couldn't listen to it with the subwoofer on. It was overpowering everything. On the vocals, the vocals need a little bit more reverb and delay. They need to be a little bit more wet and a little bit more soft and blended into the beat because right now they're just kind of on top of it very flat. They could soak them up a little bit with some reverb and delay, not too much, be subtle with it, and it'll feel a little bit more comfortable. The EQ and compression on it wasn't too bad though. I'm not gonna sit there and gripe about that because that was fine. But this is the thing. This is the thing that I think this track needs. Two things. One, the delivery on mainly the second verse, but also the first verse could be tighter. There were times when you were just dragging. I started doing this to the beat and to see if how you were kind of falling out of the pocket or falling off, and you were just kind of dragging a little bit at times. So I would work on it a little bit more and work on your delivery in terms of getting it super tight on the beat in the pocket, because there were times where I was like, I liked your flow, I liked what you were doing, and I liked the song, but it needed, there were just some spots that the delivery needs to be a little bit tighter. And then I would add layers to that hook, because you started off with the hook, and then when you came back with the hook, I was like, wait, is this the hook? I'm not sure if this is the hook, because it was very much the same as the verse. So if you can add more layers to that hook, just double it up, take those doubles and pan them, and make it bigger, add some extra delays on it, something to make that hook stand out, because it's a strong hook in my opinion, but it can be stronger if you add some layers and do some stuff to it. And then also the outro, it sounded like you wanted to go into another verse or something and just was like, fuck it, whatever. Just take that out. Just let the outro be the outro. Don't have the extra stuff on the end. The song is good enough with what it had. Let that last hook play, and then let that beat right there where it just kind of fades out. You don't need to add the extra stuff. But yeah, a little bit tighter delivery. Cut some of the low end of the beat. A little bit more reverb and delay on the vocals. Watch out for dragging on the delivery of the verses, and add some layers to the hook. And that's what I think would make that song the next level, and make it, instead of being a rough version, being closer to the final version. Yeah. Alright. Goodness gracious, guys. I don't know. I'll do a few. Oh, hello. I'll do a few more, I guess, while I'm here. Somebody emailed me the caption to this live video. Literally, I got an email of just the caption. It's not helpful. Alright, let's go back through. Let's pick one randomly. What is this? It sounds interesting. It's a SoundCloud link, so while I get that prepared, I don't really have any announcements right now. I just got a lot of work to do on my own stuff, you know what I mean? The crib projects. Oh no, what happened? Oh, I don't know what happened to my thing. I lost it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. Changing fonts. I lost my thing, guys. Give me a second. Of course, this wants to take forever. If you send it to my messenger, I'm not gonna see it. Doing this in real time is not fun. I apologize. Did it not change? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. You know what? Screw it. We'll just do this. There we go. Fixed for now. Now we gotta wait for SoundCloud. Alright, anyway. But yeah, if you send stuff to my messenger... Oh, don't send stuff to my messenger. I'm not gonna see it.
Yeah. What up, Black Mask?
dope beat, son. Check it. Creeping at the crib, looking for some victims. Yeah, you know scum is sick, spitting is a symptom. Demons looking through my eyes, a mirror prism. Like they in prison, screaming, fuck the system. Claim to be a gangster, but you never held the peace. Go to war with enemies, yeah, I never held the peace. I leave you folded like some Dickie jeans with the crease. Playing games with me, watch your health decrease. Scrolling through Excel, see who's life I'm taking next. The AK like body X, the way I'm spraying necks. Thinking part of Geek Squad, the way I handle text. Gorilla mode with banana clips, I'm making ammo stretch. God damn it, I've had enough and I'm putting y'all in the caskets. When I raise the heat, they smell the death is fantastic. I'm making slugs vanish through your fucking fabrics. And the way I do it, you would think I was doing magic. Raise it to your retina, peel layers, got you shedding tears. I'm the bombardier, bombardier, you fucking quiz. With the bars I got, I need a spotter in the booth. I spit so hard, every verse I knock out another tooth. Say you don't ghost, you deny you a fucking crock of shit. I'ma take you niggas out when you see scum cop the grip. Dermatologist pop 'em quick, I ain't selling crack when I rock a bitch. The L85 catch you by surprise. I turn everyone to victims. In case I have to be quiet, I pull a knife and I fucking stick 'em. Ha ha ha, stick 'em. Ha ha ha, stick 'em. Scum coming with the chopper, like I'm spitting fast. Better be rapid firing or fucking dragging sipping gas. You a punk bitch, hit the floor quick when I grip the 4/5. Leave a cold rip, make the blood from your pore drip. Not until you don't, what you gonna do, bitch? I do the shit the devil wouldn't go through with. And I'm not foxing with you bitches, even if you a vixen. Hit your ass like a mule when the shotty's kicking. Ask me about my enemies, shit they're probably missing. Wrapped in the rocks in this spot where me and my pops be fishing. The Ruger lift your body to God like this to rapture. You rip the shreds like an attack from a pack of velociraptors. You talk about the scene, but all the scene was a bunch of actors. The P90 turned you into the whole cast of Casper. Shred the axe like it's Stratocaster, hack you bastards. EOTP made me a colossal rapper than my lord and masters. That's a factor, I was born hard, you just forged and plaster. I skin your dogs alive, call me Horse and Jasper. The only time you underground is when you riding in the dirt. Yeah, I flip your lid like I'm selling some merch. You a bitch in skinny jeans, probably next is wearing skirts.
I mean, it was a cool beat. He had a lot to say. He had a lot of bars. He had good delivery in terms of energy and coming with an attitude, and like you like getting your attention by having the attitude and the type of delivery where there was enthusiasm behind what he was doing. But there were a lot of times where he fell out of the pocket. He fell out of the flow of things. It didn't ride the beat at time. It was a beat that definitely needs to be ridden. And there were just times where he wasn't right on it, and it threw me off. And on top of that, the high end on that mix was taking my head off. That's why I turned it down, because I was like, the high end was killing me. I don't know why, like, 8K to 12K was just like, boom, boosted, but that's an issue, and you don't want that because it was not good. I like the style. There's almost like a persona behind it, you know what I mean? There's like a character there, and it can definitely be developed into something really cool. It just needs a little bit of mix treatment. Mainly the high end. It was hard to judge other parts of the mix because the high end was killing me. Beat choice was good, but he's gotta ride that beat a little bit stronger, and I think he could have something. E-Perp said his tempo of his flow is different. I don't know. It is his cadence was interesting because it wasn't like it was very. His cadence was like a snowball, like it just kept rolling on top of itself, which was really cool and I think interesting and unique. But it's still, I think it could be a little bit tighter in terms of being a little bit more in the pocket at times and in riding the wave and the flow of the beat rather than just saying stuff on top of it. Oh man. I mean, let's stick in this same lane with this kind of like aggression type thing. I've got a good one. I do not care about capitalizing things at this point.
Fuck the system, I'm a star. The girls gonna love me for who I am. Fuck the system, I'm a star. The girls gonna love me for who I am.
Kells, she was 12.
Oh, well, I made bail. If I was guilty, I'd be in jail. If I was guilty, I'd be in jail. Age ain't nothing but a number, Aaliyah. Y'all miss her, but y'all ain't seen her like I seen her. Maybe Ike and Tina, but I took her where the grass was greener. Now the court want a subpoena, Missy to say nothing either. I was the proud piper. Them bitches know the like. I mean, my mind telling me no, but my dick telling me yes. A golden shower should suit her best. Don't walk around this motherfucker, but nothing but some sweats. Bitch, I'm a star. Nothing but the best. See how my name get respect? Your mama was a hoe singing at my set, so you better pay respect to the king of R&B. Fuck the system, I'm a star. The girls gonna love me for who I am. Fuck the system, I'm a star. The girls gonna love me for who I am. The king of R&B in these streets. Bitch, you're a piece of meat. And your ass I wanna eat. Tape it for my homies to see. It seems like you ready. Now come to my hotel. Bitch, we go half on a baby. Industry tryna play me. Y'all forgot about Jay-Z? That motherfucker tried to kill me. Y'all worry about some pussy? A nigga Trey won't be me. Bitch, watch you bite me. Or say you only love me. All them love songs that I gave you, I'm your God, I came to save you. Bitch, you better be ready, willing, and able. Did I tell you I had a label? Come on, girl, who you signed to?
Dang it, his ending. I think that's the second time his ending has got me abruptly. Dude, the thing I love about Knucklehead is just that he's got a character and he's got a persona, and like he really delivers on that. His delivery is super unique. It's very entertaining. It's very ear catching. I love it, even though I don't always love what he's talking about. I think that what he's doing it in a very interesting way, and doing it well. Really, really for me, I love the beat too, and I love what he did with it. Um, and I love the who I are instead of am type thing. I don't know. It was very. I think he's on to something here. With the right image, you know what I mean. I'm saying too much. Okay, so the one thing is that there were times where I was like, all right, with the right reverb and delay, some of this could be really dope. And there were some times he had some of that delay in there, and other times not as much, but it still could have had more reverb throughout and kind of softened up. The snare was a little much. Cutting the snare a little bit would have been helpful, and not as like smack in the face with the snare. And somewhere around 4K with the vocals was a little bit strong. Otherwise, it was a pretty decent mix, actually. Yeah, Knucklehead did his thing. I think that there's a specific audience for that type of sound, and if he can tap into that audience, they would love him. They would love this. The audience that would like this would love this, is what I'm saying. So, Derek, which I'm pretty sure is his name, if you see this, link up with me. We can talk about trying to get you in front of the right people that would really like your shit. Alright, yeah, let's do like one more. I'm only trying to do an hour and a half tonight. Next week I will have a special guest with me, and we will definitely go longer than an hour and a half. And we'll probably talk a lot. Next week will probably be a 3-hour episode, I'm not gonna lie. Next week could easily be a 3-hour episode with the person that I'm bringing. Oh, Derek, you just came in just too late. Oh, man. Well, luckily for you, I'll be ending it shortly. You can go back and watch it. But yeah, next week I'll have Next week I'll have a special guest. We'll talk a lot, probably a lot, and review music for a long time. I'm betting next week will be a 3-hour show, and you'll hear more about who that guest is later. Anyways, I'm only gonna do one or two more songs. I'm just gonna do the ones that were recently set in because why not? You know. Here, just wait for the next song to play. You'll see the details pop up here shortly.
BeatStars.com.
Why they judging? Yeah. I've been around for a minute. Yeah. See, you wanna be my friend, you barely in, so you lost me, yeah. Niggas in their feelings about this business, so they salty, yeah. I'm to make this squalor get $1 out of nothing, yeah. Wanna praise my father, but he be more like my brother, yeah. She used to be liking the party, she like to get retarded. I got her smoking the gas like it's the party started. She put it on the mask, what's up in the party, hitting the Marley. Drinking Bacardi, get rid of gnarly, think she popped the Marley. Say your boyfriend, I'm sorry, and again, no, I'm not sorry. I got you screaming my name, like yeah, she like the party. I'm deep in the game, never the shame. No, you can't call me, are you retarded? Yes, you retarded, we like the party, I like the party, yeah. Alright. I fell in love with a stripper, that's what made me tip. She be gone off that liquor, now she feel my lips. If she fucking for a feature, I always bring the heater. I'd rather leave it than eat her, I never trust a cheater. Look at the diamonds that's on my wrist now, man. They see me shining, now they want me now, man. Fuck the bullshit you on now, man. We hit your block, now we on now, man. Nigga gotta run that check up. Please don't pull my legs up. Fucking on your bitch to the next one. Hating on the nigga cause I'm next up. Please don't waste my time. I'm about to lose my mind. If ain't no way, no lie. So why the fuck you cry? I said why they judge? I've been around for a minute. Yeah. See, you wanna be my friend, you barely in, so you lost me, yeah. Niggas in their feelings about this business, so they salty, yeah. I'm to make this squalor get $1 out of nothing, yeah. Wanna praise my father, but he be more like my brother, yeah. She could be liking the party, she like to get retarded. I got her smoking the gas like it's the party started. She put it on the mask, what's up in the party, hitting the Marley. Drinking Bacardi, get rid of gnarly, think she popped the Marley. Say your boyfriend, I'm sorry, then again, no, I'm not sorry. I got you screaming my name, like yeah, she like the party. I'm deep in the game, never the shame. No, you can't call me, are you retarded? Yes, you retarded, we like the party, I like the party, yeah.
Yo, that's a hell of a song, man. That's a hell of a song. I think it was a very good use of autotune. Like normally autotune can be annoying or whatever sometimes, but that like the way that you utilize autotune like on certain things, like I don't know. It was very well done with the autotune. It felt like a style, not like a trend. You know what I mean? Like the autotune you were using as a tool to get a certain sound as a style rather than trying to sound like trendy auto-tune. At least that's how it came off to me. I think the writing was good. I loved all the delivery. I think the ad-libs were super dope. I love the beat. The stutter effects and all that stuff was super dope. And all the effects and reverbs and delay were super dope. And the mix was super tight and clean. Overall, really strong song. There's only three things. There's only three little things. Number one, the vocals were a little bit too loud. The rule that I like to follow is that the vocal and the snare should be about the same. The vocals were just like a little bit overpowering over everything. So if you could bring them down just or round them out, something to make them a little bit less overpowering of everything, it would have been perfect for me. Also, some of the ad libs were like, you could chill, like you could send those back in the mix, you could turn them down, you could do something with them. Some of the ad libs, although I liked what a lot of the ad libs were, there were times where I was like, hey, you can chill on the ad libs. That's not in the amount, I just mean in like where they were in the mix. Like every once in a while, I'll just be like, wham, right there on the left, and I was like, hey, why don't we back that up a little bit? And then the outro is just really long. It was like the song was over and there was still like 40 seconds of instrumental left, which is honestly just a little bit too long. So, but that's that. Man, I'd hate to leave you guys when there's such a strong crowd right now. You guys are pretty active and participating, and there's quite a few of you. I'd hate to end it like this. Except that number's going down. If that number continues to go down, I'm not gonna care. I don't know. Yeah. Anybody else have a submission? Because I was gonna have that be the last one, but I might do another one. If you can convince me. I wish I had announcements. I wish I had some stuff to say, but I don't think I have anything really to say. If you want to book a session, I'm like mostly open for the month of August. Like, Jay, what's your email? Okay, it's between Jay's and Hideaway. Okay, so I'm looking for either Hideaway or The End. I don't know what I'm looking for. When did you people send these things in? That's not it. Oh, Hideaway. I already played the dude that did Hideaway. You only get one song, bro. J, so The End, oh, it's a record, not just a song. Benny, I already played a song from I already played a song from you, if that's you, or whoever it is. I can't do two of the same person, unless it's a very special thing. Where the hell is this email, dude? The dude that sent me The End track. JLU. What is it? Bro, I don't think you emailed me. I have 0 matches. You did not email me jack shit. Yeah. I think you got the email mixed up, bro. Looking spam. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Why'd your shit go to spam, bro? EPERP, I'm in Dayton, Ohio. Man, you gotta fix that spam issue. We have that issue here, though. I understand what that's like.
just leave me to be. Let our love die slow. R.I.P. I thought love was forever, but forever's just a word. If you think any different, then you must be absurd. You might get your heart ripped right from your chest. Feel like a long leap right to your death. No better explanation, cause without hesitation, the woman that was down is now gone on vacation and leaves you to rot in your own thoughts and sorrow. It might be okay today, you still got tomorrow though, yeah. What goes up must come down again. Just like every good thing always comes to an end. I made it by myself before, and I make it by myself again. I just never thought I'd see the day that we would end. I don't wanna fight, girl, I don't wanna argue. Just be calm every time when I call you, and it'll be fine, girl, I'ma fall through. I wish it was all that easy, but every other day you don't wanna see me. Every other day you're telling me you hate me. Things been going so different lately. Can we please take it back to the days when we met? You ain't gotta call me names, girl, have some respect. And I'ma do the same, you can bet. I know things ain't been the same since you left, but I really hope you see it for yourself. I only see myself with you and no one else. One last chance, girl, we could work it out. One last chance, girl, we could work it out, yeah, yeah. What goes up must come down again. Just like every good thing always comes to an end. I made it by myself before, and I make it by myself again. I just never thought I'd see the day that we would end. What goes up must come down again. Just like every good thing always comes to an end. I made it by myself before, and I make it by myself again. I just never thought I'd see the day that we would end.
So for me, the strongest part of that whole thing is the hook. That hook feels so good. Oh man, I love that hook. Let me see. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Hold on. I got things to say. I got some things to say, but hold on. I want to see what the comments were. Like this. I'm super loud, but the overall, dude, the lyrics. Yeah. I definitely fuck with the vibe. Oh my god, I love the hook and I love the vibe. He got me. Betty says he got me ready to call my ex and tell her she didn't deserve me cheating on her, but she also didn't deserve me. So you're lost. This has a brand new sound, says Cody. Smooth, said Don. Like some Red Hot Chili Peppers, said Justin. Right. That's not where this belongs. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, the hook vocals were fire. I love the hook. It's super dope. What else did I want to? Oh, and just like the songwriting was super solid. The hook was really, really good, delivered well. I even like the sound of the mix. But Levi, you would have loved the song that we just listened to. You would have good pointers for him too, Levi. Anyway, here's my critique on it in terms of what I think could be better. After the hook, it came in with the hook, right? I'm like, all right, yeah, I love this hook, da-da-da. And then it came into the verse, and the vocals instantly, I realized, were very thin and almost like extra compressed. It almost sounded like I was listening through a phone that was being amplified. They were just really, really thin. They were clear. I could hear them very well. They cut through the mix, but they were also just very thin. There wasn't a whole lot of warmth or life to them. And on top of that, I felt like the way that you delivered the hook works really well for the hook. But in the verse, I would have liked a little bit more emotion or strength in your delivery. on top of a better mix. But I felt like the vocal delivery on the verses was a little bit more lazy, which in the hook it was relaxed but didn't seem lazy, but in the verses it felt lazy. Don't take that too harshly. I just mean like it could have had more emotion to it, especially given the concept and the content lyrically of the song. Also, the bass was a little bit too much. It was really nice. I love whatever you did with the bass. It sounded like a live bass. I could be wrong. Let me know. But I love the bass line. I love how the bass felt. It was really cool. But I do think it was a bit too much, a bit too loud, a bit too prominent in the mix. Also, Cody thought the drums were a little bit loud. I kind of agree, but I feel like that wouldn't be as much of an issue with a bigger vocal, a better mixed vocal. The drums wouldn't have seemed so loud because they would have balanced each other out. But I do think that the toms were a little bit loud, very loud, and I think the toms have a bit of a generic sound to them. If you could find better tom sounds, I think you would be way better off. And then, but it's a great record. It's a great song. I think there's just a few, the production things and the mixing things that I mentioned, and a little bit of the delivery in the verses. And then also the outro, you had that hook there at the end. You could have had like a chopped up hook. Like you could have repeated the, I can't sing, but the what goes up must come down again. You probably could have repeated that at the end, like just say that line like 2 more times just to give it some nice closure and round out the ending. But overall, really enjoy the song. Really enjoy the song. Hold on, I gotta fix something. I'm back. Man, we still got plenty of viewers. I guess I'll keep going, you know. I was going to end it, but you guys are watching, so I won't. I'm going to get strong-armed into playing all of your music tonight. I already know that. What do we got here? This looks sketchy. Oh. I'm just playing random stuff now. Thanks for the feedback and it's much appreciated. We'll work on my mix and delivery. Good shit. If you want more help on the mix, especially regarding the vocals, let me know. I'd be glad to talk to you like one-on-one about it and try to help in a more specific way and answer any questions you have. So let me know. I know I have too many people watching to stop, so I'm just going to keep going. If somebody wants to bring me food to the studio, I'll go all night. I'm hungry. Too bad Eddie Blake's not here to go get wings with me.
You messing with a savage, savage. You know you messing with a savage, savage. You know I'm not average, average. You know I'm not average, average. You messing with a savage, savage. You know you messing with a savage, savage. You know I'm not average, average. You know I'm not average, average. You say your girl don't like girls, but she messing with me. You like a hair straight, I like it with curls. She used to be yours, now she my mate. When I look in your eyes, I see the hate. We riding the race, can you see the ties? I tell her feast me a plate, I'll be home late. When I ride on the road and she's alone, she video check me that thing on my phone. Her so-called friends are haters, telling her I'm a player. They don't tell her they be inboxing me, talking about what they can do for me. I tell her line up and run a relay. Whoever wins, I'm there for a day. I do what I do and get out the way. They be begging me to spend the night. I tell them I can't stay. You know what I did ain't right. I be having these girls riding me like Mario Ryoshi. They be questioning their sexuality. They spend the night, not with me. Don't spend the night when you horny. Call it when you lonely. The definition of a sad
time I'm in town. You messing with a savage. You know you messing with a savage. You know I'm not average. You know I'm not average. You messing with a savage. You know you messing with a savage. You know I'm not average. You know I'm not average.
Alright, so the first thing that stuck out to me was the mix, because in like 4 to 7K was just woo, bam, just right there. Like not high end, but like that one like mid high where it's just like, whoa, what the hell's going on there? So like the June Diamond email on the screen, there's like no, the vocals were lacking like any type of body or fullness or anything. It was like, it sounded like it was recorded on a laptop microphone, and they still cut mids and lows out of it, like, and I could hear room noise, I could hear background noise in the vocals, like, just the recording wasn't very good of the vocals. And it wasn't until about 2 minutes in that I got the idea of the track, of what it was supposed to be. But here's the thing. It's a pretty cool beat. It's a pretty interesting beat. Someone mentioned the modulation on the piano was really cool. It's a cool beat. The hook is also really cool. It could be delivered a little bit better, but it's a cool beat. I see what they were going for. Damn, excuse me. I see what they were going for, but that hook does not fit on this beat. That's the problem, first of all. Is the hook, this hook doesn't belong on this beat. They didn't go together, especially not the way that it was delivered. And then the verses, just between the mix and the verses, they didn't like, I didn't get Savage from her. Like, it would be like if the delivery was basically me doing this. This is my delivery on the beat. I'm just doing the delivery on the beat like this. Like, that's what it was. I didn't hear Savage in her voice. You know what I mean? I didn't hear any attitude. I'm a savage. If I talk like this, you better best believe I'm a savage. She didn't have that type of delivery. You know what I mean? She didn't have the delivery of a savage, but she was saying she was a savage. There was a disconnect there that made it hard to really fuck with the song. But here's something interesting. This is what I noticed, and what I'm starting to realize about a lot of other mixes, is that the treatment of the ad-libs, super dope. The stutters, well executed. The effects, really nicely done. It's like all the flash and the tricks and the check out this cool thing and check out that cool thing. People tend to like look at those and want to do those, and no one pays attention to the fundamentals of having a good solid mix. Like, yeah, cool, your stutter effect was cool, but guess what? The vocal mix is garbage, so it doesn't matter. Like, get a good mix before you want to start doing like little tricks and tips and cool things and ear candy. Because like, yeah, that's cool, but if I'm not enjoying the song already because the mix is bad, then those aren't going to make it any better. You know what I mean? I would rather hear a solid mix with no cool ad-lib effects or stutters than a shitty mix with awesomely done stutters and ad-libs, aka this song. Take it to the bank. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just talking shit. But I mean what I say. I meant about the bank thing that I just did. I don't know what I'm talking about there. Ooh, you know what? Let's listen to this. I'm interested to hear how Sean Mack has progressed since the last time I heard him and we gave him some feedback. We even talked to him after the show and gave him some more one-on-one feedback. So I'm interested to hear this.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh no no, oh no no, oh no no no. Oh no. Snappy and no. Yeah. I'm just trying to get my money right. I've been staying up like every night. I don't know what you're going through, but the song is from me to you. I'm just trying to get my money right. I've been staying up like every night. I don't know what you're going through. This song is from me to you. Chasing the check for the cash, pain in the past. Had to go buy me a lap. Moving that dope in the cab, smoking up out of a pound and a half. Share with the fam, time to go making some bands, fucking advance. Dreaming of making the millions, I'm buying a building for me and my children and none of these shitty ass women. I'm dreaming of winning, I'm tired of losing. Bill at the bill, so the weed I'm abusing. I'm being the case, me the accusing. I'm clocking on niggas, I'm really done snoozing. Time to roll out like a nigga that looted. The way that I kick it is like it's a judo. I am the future, I'm something like Pluto. I feel like a chulo, don't talk out your culo. I'm just trying to get my money right. I've been staying up like every night. Back to the trap for the cash, moving it fast. Cut off the lights if they pass. Run out the back with the bag. 12 on my neck like a tag. Sean is the Mac, Sean is the pack. Sean got the sack. Sean did this, Sean did that. Really to tell you the truth, I probably did all that. Oh, no. I lived all that, and I beat all that, and I beat that case like a baseball bat. I'm just trying to get my money right. I've been staying up like every night. I don't know what you're going through, but the song is from me to you. I've been trying to get my money right. I've been staying up like every night. I don't know what you're going through. This song is from me to you. I'm just trying to get my money right. I've been staying up like every night. I don't know what you're going through, but the song is from me to you. I'm just trying to get my money right. I've been staying up like every night. I don't know what you're going through. This song is from me to you. I'm just trying to get my money right. I've been staying up like every night. I don't know what you're going through, but the song is from me to you. I'm just trying to get my money right. I've been staying up like every night. I don't know what you're going through. This song.
Sorry, I wanted to rewind it so I could take something back and listen to something. It's a dope song. I mean, it's right. It's close to it. I think around 2K and the vocals is a bit strong. I don't know if you're boosting that. If you're not boosting it, cut it a little bit. because it's a bit strong, in that 2K and in the mids, 1K to 2K. I pulled out a frequency analyzer on my phone to double check myself. I don't. You said that you sent the wrong version, so I don't know if you added other things to it or what. I don't know. I don't know what's different in the version that you wanted to play. But it overall looks like it would be a very long song, so maybe cut down some of it so it's not that long, because it is a pretty long song. The low end could be tightened a little bit if you either do like a low shelf at like 300 and bring it down like a couple dB. That could maybe tighten it up. Also doing a high pass around between 30 and 40 hertz to roll off the rumble at the end could definitely tighten it up as well. In terms of like actual songwriting or anything, I think it seemed like it was longer, because it was at 2:30 halfway through. Hold on. No, bro, this version is 5 minutes, so I don't know what version you have. Hopefully you cut it down to 3 minutes, but what you sent me was 5 minutes. Make the hook bigger. That's my main thing. Your hook could be way bigger and better if you added some more layers. And like someone was saying about he could have put more energy in singing that chorus, and I agree. Make that hook bigger and better. Put more energy behind it. Put more emotion behind it. Do some crazy stuff behind it. If you can't do it, have somebody come in and do some crazy cool shit behind that hook, singing wise, and it could really step it up a notch. Why are there so many viewers at 2 hours, you guys? I was gonna be done a half hour ago, but here I am, because you guys are just here. Okay, so June Diamond, I know June's watching. And you have a song called Shake That, and now I'm very interested.
Shake that. Shake that. Shake that. Shake that. Me in a crowded room. Spotlights, pressure, ice, feeling loose off the goose. Dudes lie, but she the truth. Pick and choose pussy's power, she got that juice. Yeah. On her third glass, man's mad, playing phone tag, on my callback, scream that she off that ass back. She know that when she look back, friends gas, Snapchat like that's my best friend. Action, cameras flashing, she acting up, get no fuck, she drunk, nigga, ease up, tryna show off the stack. She ain't impressing, that's fact, she came here, shake that. Shake that. Shake that. Shake that. Shake that. Now she actin' sedated. Lady of VIP with Bessie getting through drinks. Touched your cash, built to class, clowning, flirting, made a land. Club over, they romance, bash. Got laid off your tab. Both know how this game go. Approach, trust, there's no way to go. Bend over, check me 3 moves ago. She gave Picasso, you love every stroke. Coast, so you ain't rap phone. Oh, no voicemail by the tone. Bruh, played you did the most. Can't get mad, she just came here, shake that. 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 Shake that.
Yeah, I really like that, you guys. I really like it. I don't know why. I don't know. I was a big fan of Every Day I'm Shuffling, so I don't know. I dig it. I do think it needs a better vocal mix. There was some like the low mids in there, like 250 hertz, maybe up to 400 or 500 was making it a little bit muddy and a little bit hard to be pronounced and very like clear in the vocals, and there was a bit too much reverb, or the way the reverb was treated or set was kind of making everything, the vocal mix was getting a little bit drowned out and muddy within itself. So that just like a tighter vocal mix would really make that where it needs to be, but it's a tight song. Why does talking so much make me burp so much? I could, I mean, that's really the details. That's all the details I'm gonna give. And tightening up that vocal mix is turning the low mids down a little bit and kind of tuning up that reverb and carving it and making it fit nicely and right within the thing. The delays were super well done and nice. Some of the effects were super cool. There was a little bit of variation in volume of the vocal that could have been fixed, but yeah. Anyway, that's a dope track. Real quick though. All I want to say is that some of y'all need to chill out, because you tell me to play your song 100 times and ask me about your song, and I didn't even get it. So, like, chill out. I don't even have an email from you, so quit telling me to play your song when I don't even have it. And quit asking me to tell you what songs I've played, because I've played at least 15. You want me to keep track and name them all? I don't got time for that. I'm trying to run a show. Also, Benny, I'm not going to play Hideaway. I already played a song from you. I don't do 2 songs, maybe next show, but I don't give artists 2 songs per show. When have I ever given an artist 2 songs per show? I don't do that. You got a song. Now it's time for somebody else. That's not fair. Play nicely and learn to share. Again, I checked my spam too. I didn't get your email in my spam. Quit telling me to play your song when I don't even have it. Why don't you play my song? Because I don't fucking got it. That's why. Why don't you play my song? Because I played another one of your songs. You get one. You get one. Okay. Someone's got a song called Boba Fett. You know I gotta play a song called Boba Fett. YGSC 23. What am I gonna play next? Who knows? I don't care that you weren't on here. When this ends, you can go back and watch it, or you can go back and watch it on YouTube. It's not like it's gonna be gone. There are comments, and you can hear my feedback.
Talking about my rights and wrongs. It'll be alright. If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? Talking about my rights and wrongs. It'll be alright. If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Lord, why my people gotta die?
All I see is sirens, violence around the black community homes. Insecure cause our color and the white man is steady taking from us. But mama say it'll be days like this. Got me feeling like Sam Cooke. They looking at him sideways. Handcuffed the man hands that cooks. Dope in the pot, selling rocks. That's all he got. My dog got a strike and a felony. How I'm supposed to feed my families? What he's telling me, is he right or wrong? The system, they the failures. I guess they ain't preaching what they tell you. Will he be alright? I took a break for a minute. I lost it all mentally. Tell me this stuff all wasn't meant to be. They got me on meds. Devil constantly knocking in my head. Got me feeling like that nigga want me dead. Talking about my rights and wrongs. It'll be alright. If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? Talking about my rights and wrongs. It'll be alright. If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? I take the scripts out the Bible, fighting for survival. Holding on the Lord's hand, hoping I can find it. Problem I can solve, swear to God, mama said. There'll be days like this, I know you prayed like this. Don't behave like this. Many men wish death upon me. I'm sorry, but things didn't change. I'm still that man, from the bottom to the top. Screaming still I rise, but at times I've cried. Don't get me wrong, I'm standing strong on my own now. Mama, your little man is grown now. My vision is slowed down. Let me put things more in perspective. With family, you far more effective. You gotta believe. Talking about my rights and wrongs. It'll be alright. If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? Talking about my rights and wrongs. It'll be alright. If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Am I right or wrong? If I right my wrongs, will it be alright? Am I right or wrong?
Man, first of all, I think you delivered on this track in terms of your energy and delivery, the lyrics, the hook. Although the hook does kind of get repetitive, it's meaningful, so it kind of works. But yeah, strong delivery. I love the delivery throughout. The lyrics were super tight. The beat was super cool too, like Jordan Gillette's talking about. But it's really just, to me, the only thing holding this track back. It's a good SoundCloud track, but the thing that's holding this back from being like a good record, a good song, a solid, like, oh, look out, you gotta look out for this artist. This is like man, that dude, he's got some potential. Let's get him in the right hands. But this isn't a song that I want to go back and listen to, and this is the reason why. Not because the song's bad, because the song's good, but this is why. It's very this song in terms of recording and mix and beat quality is all very amateur. And by that, don't take offense to that. What I mean by this, it clearly sounds like a bedroom recording. There was a time when I heard the mic get bumped. I don't know if you could hear that, but I very clearly heard the mic get bumped. The vocals aren't really like mixed into anything. They're just like all laying on top. And then the beat is, the high end on the vocals definitely needs a de-esser. It was, a lot of the S's were really coming in really strong. And then the beat sounded like it was really compressed. Like, I would probably bet money that you recorded on a beat that was, if not 128, what's the other one? No more than 192 kilobyte per second, whatever the thing is, the rate is, bit rate, whatever. Okay, it's a rough draft before studio. Perfect. If this is a rough draft before studio, amen. Perfect. That's exactly what it sounds like. And I think as long as you go in there with that delivery, maybe on the hook, on the second part, because the hook kind of repeats a lot, about halfway through that hook, add another element to it so it doesn't get too repetitive, whether it's like you adding a layer to it of you doing it in a higher pitch or you doing it louder or just something to add to the second part of the hook to make it really stand out and not drag too much. But then yeah, I think if you go in and you deliver the verses how you did, you should be solid. If you can get a better version of the beat though, if you can get the wave of that beat, oh, and even better if you can get the track outs of that beat, that would be so much better, and your engineer will thank you, and you will end up with a way better product. That's my recommendation. Add something to the hook, get a better beat, come with the same delivery when you go into the studio. Yes, Autumn's right. It has a lot of potential. God, too many. You guys are too much. You were watching. Goddamn. I had another track I was ready to play. Oh yeah.
Where the fuck Slave One? It's time to fucking get this bag.
Boba Fett, Boba Fett. Yeah, I'm next. Yeah, I'm fucking up next. Winner, cash in on my talent like it's dinner. I deliver, decimate, then equate. Hold up, let me bust some truth real quick, straight. I gotta stay awake, cause I make all the plays. I'm the only one that can do it like me. I channel God in this microphone feed. I'm divinity for what you say. I can feel the vibration. I'm not content and complacent. Trapping in my sweet bounty, moving solely. I got Jabba Hutt on my phone, making these big money plays while I'm stoned. Call me Al Capone, cause I bring it back home. Ayy, Boba Fett, Boba Fett. Yeah, I'm next. Yeah, I'm fucking up next. Moving dope, LSD like by the sheet. Don't compete, cause I'm in another world. Out of lane, out of sight, out of mind. Hot days in the studio, you see the image, not the grind. I'ma take my time. Watch this craft bleed out like a bloodbath. Acting like a kid, I'm a rug rat. On my fucking warpath, I don't show mercy. If you ain't lit, then is you truly worthy? Not to me. I don't play with ifs, ands, or buts. If I'm in bed with a bitch, it's just a nut. Sorry that she left me broken. Token on this marijuana, gotta get my smoking. Ayy. Trapping like Boba, do wield like Django. You will see my face on a screen, fandango. Man, I'm fantastic, Mr. Fox. Bumping big tunes out the Yamaha box. Boba Fett, Boba Fett. Yeah, I'm next. Yeah, I'm fucking up next. Summon magic, gotta have it. All about the energy, vibration. I'm a good soul, but my bat is on 10. Yeah, I'm in the shit just to grab a big win. Hope you don't mind some profanity. This is soul speak from the lips of humanity. Find your empathy in your own damn dream. Your boss can eat a dick, we're not made to be machines. Boba Fett, Boba Fett. Yeah, I'm next. Yeah, I'm fucking up next. Boba Fett, Boba Fett. Yeah, I'm next. Yeah, I'm fucking up next.
Dude, shout out to this dude for having a very interesting beat choice. Also, shout out to him for a bunch of like, really like nerdy references and stuff. So first of all, the vocals were dry as fuck. They were just flat dry, no layers, no treatment. It was just, here's some vocals for you. High end had some sibilance, needed de-esser for sure. There's no difference between the verses and the hooks. It's all the same. So that's not. I mean, there needs to be a difference between them. And I personally, I don't know if you agree or not, but I hate the line, yeah, I'm up next. Being up next. Yeah, I'm up next. I don't fuck with that at all. But Boba Fett, if he would have taken that and gone somewhere else with it, it could have been really dope, because when it came back around, I was like, Boba Fett, Boba Fett. Like, that can get catchy and catch on, but you got to take it somewhere else. And overall, his delivery reminded me of like Del the Funky Homo Sapien, but with like his delivery reminded me of like Del the Funky Homo Sapien, but like with less character. Like he has a character he could go with, but he's not quite reaching it yet. So I don't know what the deal is with that. He could, if he really committed to being that goofy type of character, he could make it work, but he needs to really commit to it. He's not quite there yet. Um uh Real quick, Justin Kirkpatrick. What were you talking about earlier? You said I was going to play your song next week cuz I played a song from you earlier at the beginning of the show. I don't know if you heard me call you out and tell you that I played your song like second or third at the show, in this show. Um, oh yeah, the glitch. I don't know what happened. This board is having a little bit of power issues, so we're working on that, and something weird happened, and whatever. But we're good. We're good. We're all good. It's cool. Everything's chill. We're Gucci. Man, to think I was gonna end this show an hour ago.
Came through in the Mozzie, speeding, Ricky Bobby. Rolled up a fat ass blunt, they made a copy. They made a couple more copies. Cocky like Rocky in the third flick. And I don't serve shit. Boy, I make it tsunamis. And my wave just ain't for everybody. Couple chicks at the crib wet, that's a pool party. Hey, nigga, hey. Went to Vegas and ran a checkup. Came back, picked the check up. Don't you know it's easy to score when you got the setup? But your teammates be them niggas tryna set up. I got get up like the gas pedal down, never let up. Your boy gets fatty, I can never be fed up. I'm just tryna get my bread up. Money talks, that's why I got a bank teller, hey. And I be in Atlantis cause the beach life better, hey. I travel the world with my peace like meta, hey. And I be in Mexico cause the key price better, hey. So you know I travel the world with my peace like meta, hey. Bank bros getting fatter and fatter. How fat I can only imagine, ayy. Some days I just be fucking and rapping. I fucking love rapping and I love fucking while rapping. I be like, long stroke, yo, let me get that ass a couple more long strokes though, ayy. I rap cause that's what the bitches like. I be in a trap like kitchen mice. In Columbus when my niggas getting lit up. Fuck with them niggas, I'm at your neck like a hiccup. Big bag, I'ma need a big swisher. Big bar, big bottles, big liquor. And I be screaming forever better. You a lame if your team ain't forever better. And I be with some bad bitches that can deep throat. And they'll never ever ever let their head up. Damn! And I be in Atlantis cause the beach life better, hey. I travel the world with my peace like meta, hey. And I be in Mexico cause the key price better, hey. So you know I travel the world with my peace like meta, hey. And I be in Atlantis cause the beach life better, hey. I travel the world with my peace like meta, hey. And I be in Mexico cause the key price better, hey. So you know I travel the world with my peace like meta, hey.
I don't know what it is, but I love the I love your voice on a track. I don't know what it is. Did you produce this? Who produced this? And by produce, I mean who made the beat? Who made this beat? Yeah, the beat was super dope. And I love your voice on a track. It just fits. It just sounds so nice. At first, I was unsure about it the first time I ever heard a song from you, but yeah. All right, not completely mixed. Cool. All right, mixing things. Number one, the low end, the bass is like a really low note, and it's like really flubbing and causing a lot of a rumble. So, on the beat, roll off at like 35 to 40 hertz. Do a high pass with like 24 dB type, like real sharp, not brick wallet, but a real, you know what I mean, like a real sharp cut. And take it from 30 and move it up. I don't know if you have a subwoofer in where you mix, but find a subwoofer or a place to mix with the subwoofer so you can really hear it, and start at 30 and slowly move up until you can get rid of that flub, because it's like a flubby thing going on. It sounds kind of dirty. When I kicked the sub out though, the vocals were a bit overpowering. So like with that bass in there, it seems like it's balanced, but if you listen back through something with less bass, the balance gets off and the vocals become a little bit overpowering. But I think if you kind of tone the bass down, like I talked about with that cut, and maybe with even a low shelf a little bit, that, and then bring the vocals down, yeah, you're missing a lot of low. You're missing some important stuff in the low end. I at home also have two Yamaha HS5s, but I also have a 10-inch JBL sub, so I don't miss out on those low end things. And here we have 8-inch. We have HS8s, Yamaha HS8s. We also have a Mackie sub, but we have a crossover at like somewhere between 100 and 110. Anyway, so yeah, watch out for that low end. Get that checked out. I feel like you can maybe use a little bit of a cut on your high end, like 9K, 8 above 8 maybe. There's just a little bit of high end in the vocals that was a little bit sharp, and just a DS or something to get the sibilance down a little bit. And you should be good. The only other thing I thought that I think you should do, like those are all like EQ things mainly. Yeah, that is a sacrifice. When the beat in that one part, you had like the beat cut out and it was just the vocals, super dope, loved it. What I recommend you do though is when you have those beat cutouts, automate your reverb and delay. Definitely bring down the reverb a lot, and then bring down the delay to taste. It kind of just depends on how it sounds in the moment, and you can figure that out for yourself. But definitely cut out a lot of the reverb and some of the delay in those breaks where it's only vocals. That way it doesn't, because like when the beat's playing and you have those things, it blends and it creates a space for the vocals. But then when the beat goes away, it feels awkward with that much space around isolated vocals. So if you automate that out, it makes it feel a bit more natural, and that the artificial space that you've created doesn't stick out as much. Yeah, exactly. You got it. Okay, one more. I swear to God, this is the last one. Whatever it is, it's the last one, because it's 2.5 hours. And I'm still hungry. Still haven't eaten yet. You know what? Okay, that dude that sent a beat. I'm gonna do the one from the dude that sent a beat, because I feel like chilling out to a beat, and I don't feel like listening to any more vocals tonight. Here you go. All you artists right now, if you're looking for beats, you can check this guy out. And I did the wrong thing. You can check this dude out, and if you like it, you can hit him up. Here. This is what I'll do. Yes. Hey, Andre, can I put your email on here as well? Do you care? I'm going to assume he doesn't care if I put his email on here. If you guys dig this dude's beat, then you can hit him up. Cool.
Trino Beats. Trino Beats.
I really like the sound. I really like the overall sound design of that beat. I thought all the choices for all the instruments were really nice. The low end was really tight, and the low end, the bass kick relationship was super tight. It felt really nice. I liked the melody that was going on. The hi hats when they came in, they were nice. They were smooth. The only thing that if someone brought this beat in and they were gonna kill it, there's only one thing I would do to it, and I could do it with the wave or the MP3 in EQing, but it would be so much better if I had the track outs, and it'd be even better if you did it. Is the snare is just a bit too much. The snare is overpowering. The hi hats I was afraid were gonna be, they weren't at all. The kick, bass, everything was super where it needed to be. Everything was like boom, but then the snare was just like boom right there, and I was like, let's bring that snare down a little bit, bud. We don't we don't need to be smacking people in the face with a snare drum. Other than that, though, I love the mix of the beat, and I like the beat a lot. How do you get to my YouTube channel? You literally just go to YouTube and type in Smart Boy Studios, and you will find it. Also, whenever I upload new episodes, I share them on Facebook. If you go to the website, just a little bit down on the website, there's a link where you can find the playlist of every episode of this show, as well as a link to a Google document that lists every song that I do and the time code. So if you know that your song was played tonight, once it's ready and it's uploaded, which whatever, you just watch me, you can go to that Google document and go to the episode and then look and find your song and look at the time code and go directly to your song. And that's for every episode I have on there. So yeah. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. If you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask your questions. Cool. Do I like turtles? Not fucking really. Anyways, so I hope Cordell didn't leave because I'm playing his beat that he sent, one of his beats that he sent as an outro. So you can stay tuned for that. Anyways, I went way longer than I expected. So yeah, Cordell, hang on, just stick around. I'm not gonna review it, but I'll play it for you just as my outro. But anyways, I think I don't have any really announcements. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you got some good feedback out of it. I was originally tonight, I was going to come on here and talk some shit about some shit that happened yesterday, but I don't want to give attention where I don't want to give attention. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to be negative, and I was going to be negative about it, so I don't want to do it, so I didn't talk my shit. But yeah, if you have an opinion on something, if you have a preference on something, you're not a crybaby for fucking expressing it, and that's just how it is. If I tell everybody I feel a certain way about something and they want to do it, and I'm like, hey, I don't want this, then fucking I'm not a crybaby for that. And if you think I'm a crybaby for that, you can suck my dick. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Anyways, that's what it is. Thanks for your attention. Remember, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Ironic. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time and attention. Ash Matthews, Smart Boy Studios here at Razdabar, Sound Management in Dayton, Ohio. If you want to come record a session, hit me up. We'll schedule it. My August is wide open. Let's do it. Let's work on music. I have the crib project I'm working on. It's getting there. I'm almost done. Waiting for like one more thing. We'll get to it. Working on a couple other things. It'll be fun. Go check out DeCasa. Go check out Zachary Leone. More to come from Smart Boy Studios. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Check out Producer Katie, Cordell. This is a beat he has called Whisper. If you like it, hit him up for a beat. If you like the last dude, Dre, hit him up for a beat. Whatever. That's all I got to say. Peace. Love you.